Hi, I'm Naya with Families in Transition. Welcome to Protect the Innocents. Today we're going to talk about how does children get caught up in this world? Listen for a second. What do you hear? Do you hear children screaming, playing, having fun, calling you mommy, daddy? Are they in their rooms doing their homework, asking you to come in and help them? Are you in the kitchen cooking, preparing meals, asking your children, say, hey, do you want to come in and help me prepare this meal? What are they doing right now? Are they far away, calling you, saying, hey, how are you? I just called to see what you're up to today. Are you calling them? Are you able to call them? Can you contact them anytime at your leisure? Let's look at how it's legal in other countries. Human trafficking is a global issue, and it indeed is legal in other countries. Modern slavery and human trafficking are grave violations of human rights that continue to exist in various forms across the world. They involve the exploitation and control of individuals through force, coercion, or deception for various purposes, including labor, sexual exploitation, forced marriage, and children exploitation. This can include forced labor in industries such as agriculture, construction, manufacturing, domestic work, and the garment industry. The expansion of global supply chains within an increasingly interconnected world has made monitoring labor practices challenging, allowing unscrupulous actors to exploit workers undetected. Weak governance, corruption, and a demand for cheap labor further exacerbates this grave issue. How does war affect people, making them vulnerable to traffickers who can easily abduct them for exploitation? Desperation has made forced labor a commonplace. In addition, a growing number of families are choosing to sell their children into forced marriages in order to have money to buy food. In the developed countries, modern slavery represents a massive social challenge that exists just out of sight for many people. Trafficked migrant workers are often exploited to workers as cleaners, construction workers, and domestic helpers under subhuman conditions. There seems to be reports in the news every week about police raids arresting human traffic operations in brothels, worker domiciles, and private homes. Modern countries are fighting human trafficking with with legislation that makes it harder to use profit from forced labor. Modern slavery acts in the United Kingdom, United States, and other countries around the world require large companies to disclose information regarding their efforts to eradicate human trafficking and slavery within their supply chains. The legislation also requires companies to take concrete steps to combat modern slavery when it is discovered. More and more organizations are waking up to the importance of fighting modern slavery and the importance of robust workforce training and company record keeping. The growth of the problem is inspiring more countries to take action. Forced child labor. There are indeed legal ways for children to work. There are clear signs that indicate forced labor. These include situations in which the child appears to be in the custody of a non-family member and the child is required to perform work that financially benefits someone outside the child's family without being given the option to leave. Children soldiers are. There are tens of thousands of children in armed groups around the world. Children are lured in by promises of education, security, money, and others are indoctrinated, abducted, or forced by armed forces to be combatants. Children soldiers that have non-combatant roles include potters, cooks, guards, servants, messengers, or spies. Both boys and girls are often sexually abused and exploited by armed groups. These children suffer physical and psychological consequences as victims of children sex trafficking. If a child is released or escapes, more times than not, their families have been killed in conflict, or their communities may no longer welcome them, particularly if they become pregnant by a soldier. Guys, love your children, pay attention to what's going on, have a relationship with them. Know that they need love, they need nurturing, they need guidance. Be in their business. I know they don't think that you should, and that their business is their business, but you need to be in their business every day, all day. Know where they are. Know what social platforms they're on. Some of the platforms that use that are used, that victims actually go on and traffickers lure through, are some common platforms that we're very familiar with. And number one is YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, Pinterest, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Tumblr. For those of you that have younger kids that's on Roblox and other things like that, key in and know what's going on with them, because traffickers are using those to lure as well. Be safe out there. Love your family, love your children. Until next time, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks for watching. If you're in trouble or you know someone that's in trouble, please contact Families in Transition at 870-732-4077, the national hotline at 888-373-7888, or you can scan this QR code for CASA's website.